Alright, I'm back with an update on my 66 Collegiate motorbike project. There's been quite a few developments since my last video update here. See, I got my gas tank mounted, and you can see that I've switched from my red gas tank hanging under the seat there. I got this one, it's a little bit bigger. It's Briggs & Stratton. It still has a sticker on the back. Came off of like a 5-horse engine. It's older, 70s. It's got this neat here stopper that actually has a rod that runs all the way through and has a needle valve on the drain out the bottom. So when you tighten it, you turn off the gas flow. And that was attached by, that's right, some dropouts. Kind of an innovative way to use some dropouts there and keep Schwinn steel on here. You'll also notice that the feet to the engine are, or the engine mounts I should say, is the feet to a Schwinn exerciser bike. And I've added a chain tensioner here on the non-drive side, non-engine drive side. I had said before that I wanted to do an upright chain tensioner tucked behind the chain guard, and I've got the chain guard off right now. There's a feather guard that I've refitted on there. The chain tensioner is designed to keep the bottom side taut because this is a coaster brake, and I plan on doing probably more stopping than pedaling with the, with the crank side of life. I may have to end up putting a longer bolt through here and then use just throw on a helper spring coming down to give it a little extra little oomph there for when I am adding a little forward torque on the upper drivetrain, because as you can imagine, I mean, laws of physics, with the laws of physics I'm going to have slack on one end or the other, so I felt it was more important to not have slack on the braking portion. But as you can see, when you torque on it, it lifts up a bit, so I think a little helper spring in there will do the job, and I've got a GM drum brake spring in mind for that. Did some work with the seating arrangement since the last video, I believe. Put a piece of handlebar end on there, and you see the curvature of the handlebar in there, and it goes back a ways, so I have the ability to slide that puppy back a ways. And I shortened and fitted a truss fork here, and conveniently I happen to have some 1/4-inch solid steel rod that this was sleeved, so that's one heck of a solid connection there. I have yet to grind down the welds and do the cleanup work on those, but it's solid. So, and now one of the next things I got in mind here is I'm thinking about extending the handlebars out 1.5 inches on each side. I guess technically with the way the grip throttles are, I could get away with not adding the steel, but I feel that it's necessary because that's the way I am. And the other thing that still to be taken care of would be something for the shift cables here. Now, some of you Schwinn buffs would know that Schwinn runs 4mm diameter shifting cable and 5mm diameter braking cable. The brake cable eyelets are going to be removed from here, and those are going to be replaced with some shift cable eyelets, so that way I'm going to run the 4mm shift cable all the way around for both my throttle and my 3-speed. So I guess that pretty much sums it up. Got a few other cool things. I'm not going to let all the cats out of the bag at one time, but got a few other neat things that I want to do yet, and we'll just have to wait and see.